Hey boys and girls, welcome to Fun Friday. Today I'm going to make one of my most favorite things. We've done this at the library before. It's called Oobleck. So it's really messy, so pull up your sleeves, but it is so much fun. All you need is cornstarch, water, and a big mixing bowl, and your hands to mix it up. You could use a spoon, but it's a lot more fun to use your hands. So we're going to start with a measurement of 1 cup of cornstarch and half a cup of water. So these are good starting amounts to work with. So as you mix it up, it'll be the right consistency when it kind of feels like honey or molasses. Now, as you can see, mine looks very watery. So if it's watery, then you're going to want to add more cornstarch. So that's what I said. Oops, looks like I have an eyelash in there. It's a good starting point. So if it's too liquidy, you'll want to add more cornstarch. And if it is not liquidy enough, or if it needs more liquid, you'll add more water. So I'm going to keep mixing it, and it's getting there, but I think I still need a little more cornstarch, so I'm going to add a little bit more. So as I'm mixing this, Oobleck, you may have heard of that before. There is a great Dr. Seuss book called Bartholomew and the Oobleck. So in this story, there's a king, and he wants something grand, something different to fall from the sky. So he asks his magicians in the kingdom to come up with something. Well, they come up with Oobleck. Now, their Oobleck is green. So you certainly can mix some green food coloring in if you'd like. So Oobleck falls from the sky, and it creates quite a mess in the kingdom. And Bartholomew is one of the youngest page boys, and he comes up with a solution. So it's a great story with a good moral. All right, so we are getting there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a bunch and put it in my hand. And if you can see, oops, let me get a bigger bunch here. So the thing about Oobleck is it is neither a liquid or a solid. Right now, it's still a little bit runny, so I'm gonna add even more cornstarch. So like any science experiment, you kind of have to play around with it. So we're gonna add a little bit more. Oh, I think we're getting there now. So what happens then is, I'm gonna add a little bit more water. So it's a lot of playing around, but this is really the fun part. So, as I said, it's not really a liquid or a solid. It's this in-between state. And I'll show you what I mean when I pick up some. Now I'm gonna pick it up, and as I squeeze it together, you can now see when I put pressure on, it forms a ball. It's kind of like sticky putty. And do you see that it forms a ball? I'm gonna let it sit in my hand, and then you see what happens. When I don't apply any more pressure, now it runs through my fingers like a liquid. So it's called, the scientific name is a non-Newtonian substance. So neither a liquid or a solid, but when you put pressure on it, it forms a ball. And then I can roll it like that. And then when you stop rolling, voila, it just falls through your fingers. So lots of fun to play with. And it's an experiment. So have lots of cornstarch and water, and just keep adding until you get just the right consistency. So this, you can put it in an airtight container, and then you can play with it the next day. And there we go. And if you want to add color, any color you want, it doesn't have to be green, but there we go. That's Oobleck. Thanks for watching, and have fun.